Hey everybody, Neil Malik with Knack Training here, bringing another Everyday Office video. And in today's video, I want to demonstrate how I made this effect happen. So notice here I've got my standard chart illustrating the three different regions. Now if I shake my mouse so I get my cursor and anybody asks me questions about a specific region, I want you to watch as I put my mouse over region 2, for example. And you can see here that region 2 immediately highlights, and then a text box about region 2 pops out to the side. Then if we want to pivot over to region 3, for example, I simply slide my mouse over to the right, region 3 gets highlighted, region 2's highlight goes away, and as you can see here, the little text box slides out. Again, if I hover on top of region 1, that one gets highlighted, text box slides out. I'm doing this with some invisible boxes that have hyperlinks assigned to them that are not connected to clicks, but instead to hovers. And this gives me sort of a more fluid effect, I think, because it means that I don't have to go over and specifically click on anything in particular. Not bad. So let's see how I made that happen. So we begin with a new slide. I'm just going to add a new blank slide here and a chart. Let's say that we decide we want let's decide to make, let's see, under the charts, you know what? Let's go with a bubble chart. So I'll go in here to the scatter options and pick one of the bubble charts and then click OK. And then let's customize this a bit. Actually, no, that's fine. Those three entries will be fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and format these just a little bit here. So I will fill these with a nice solid white. Okay. So I've got a chart with 3 white bubbles on it, and I want to describe more about any one of those bubbles. And I could do this either in a clickable way or in a hoverable way. I'm going to stick with hovers, but you could just as easily make this an on-click functionality. So the secret to all of this is an invisible box that we can click onto. We go to the Insert tab at the top of the screen, add a shape, let's say a rectangle for example, put that rectangle around that shape there. And then on the Insert tab, we could go with hyperlink, but that would be just a clickable entry. Right next to link, though, is the ability to add an action. And when I click on add an action, you can see there I can add hyperlinks either on the mouse click or on the mouse over event. So that's what I'm going to do here. The mouse over, hyperlink to, and I'll just leave it as next slide because obviously I don't have any more slides for it to go to just yet, but we will get to that in just a second. Then I'll click OK. And now I'm just going to click onto this box, Control D to duplicate the box. I can make it a little smaller if I felt like that was appropriate, make sure it was just on top of the bubble. Control D to duplicate. Again, I could stretch that out around the box a little bit. And now each one of these is a hover link that goes to quote unquote the next slide, which doesn't even exist yet. Next thing I want to do is I want to click on each of these boxes and I'm going to do 2 things to them. First, on the Format tab, I'm going to fill them with no fill and I'm going to give them no outline color. And so then I'm going to use Control-Shift-C to copy that effect, click onto the next box and use Control-Shift-V, click on the next box and use Control-Shift-V. That is the copy formatting and paste formatting onto those 3 boxes. Now to make this easier on myself in the long run, the next thing I'm going to do is go to the Format tab, go to my Selection pane button, turn on the Selection pane, and you can see here the 3 rectangles are still listed in here. I'm going to double click on rectangle 4, and I'll call this one left bubble. Rectangle 5 is the one in the middle, so I'll call this one middle bubble. And rectangle 6, double click, and call this one right bubble. And now all I have to do is click on to slide number 5, hit Control D 1, 2, 3 times. Now why am I duplicating it 3 times? Because now I need the 3 different bubbles to be highlighted. So on slide number 6, let's say that this is the leftmost bubble being highlighted. To get at the bubble, I'm going to click onto the rectangle that's there. You see how left bubble is selected, and just go ahead and delete this. I don't need it on this slide because this is the slide where this one bubble, let me click on it and then click on it again, gets formatted differently. Let's go to format and fill this in with something that pops. Yeah, that green color, that'll be fine. Okay, next up, go to slide number 7. Again, click on the middle bubble, get rid of the box that's sitting on top of it with the delete key, click on the middle bubble, click on it again, and then fill it with the same green. And slide number 8. Click on the rectangle that's on top of the bubble, get rid of it with the delete key. Click on the bubble, see all 3 of them are selected, click on it again, and then format it however you want to format it. You want to add a drop shadow? Actually, let's do that. Let's add a drop shadow behind this guy. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Okay. And then this bubble gets a drop shadow. And then this bubble gets a drop shadow. Everybody gets a drop shadow. Okay, super awesome. Now the problem is that our hover functionality still just says quote unquote next slide, right? So let's go back and fix that. So I'll go to slide number 5, click on the leftmost bubble. And when I hover on top of this thing, I need to go to slide number 6. So I'll go back to insert up here, go back to action, and tell it not next slide, but slide ... number 6. And if you had added titles on here, it would make it a little easier. That's fine. Okay, so click on the middle bubble, action, not next slide, but slide ... slide number 7, click OK, click OK. Next one, action button, not next slide, slide ... slide number 8, click OK, and click OK. And now I'm going to go to each of these other slides and do exactly the same thing. So now I'm going to speed up the video. Awesome. So now the navigation is in place, but there's nothing fluid about any of these. The next thing I'm going to do is highlight slides from 8 to 5. So click on 8, hold down Shift, and click on 5. Go to my transitions and add a morph transition that allows it to switch from one color to the next. And let's just make it happen in the space of like 3/4 of a second up there on the duration drop-down menu. So now all 4 slides have that same quick morph between the different effects. Now the last thing was I added those text boxes that seem to pop out. Let's go ahead and do that here too. So I'll go to slide number 6. I'll go to the Insert tab and I'll add a text box and just go ahead and draw that text box maybe into this little cell right here, right? And I'll say this is competitor number 1. And you can make this anything you want it to be. Let's go ahead and change the text to white. Let's change the background color to something that's kind of semi-transparent. So I'll go here to more fill colors and make this like 40% opaque, and then maybe even add a drop shadow to it. Okay, so now I've got a text box that's going to pop up, and it's going to say competitor number 1. That's good. But I do want to go to animations, and I want it to peek in from seemingly underneath that bubble. So I'll go to the drop-down menu here, go to more entrance effects, and add a peek in. There we go, click OK, and have it peek in from the left to the right. That's what we're going for right there. Then I just click onto this text box and copy it, and then on slide number 7, paste it in. So I'll make it there, right? So this is competitor number 2. And I'll, of course, make it go the other direction. I'll peek from the right to the left. There we go. And I might even do a little right alignment here inside the text box. There you go. That'll be good. And then slide number 8. Paste it in. This is us. So we'll say this is Acme Corp. There we go. And make sure that it comes in on the animations from the right. And that it is right aligned. Looking good. Now the other thing we need to do here is that little pop out. If you notice on the animations, I should have done this earlier. If we go to animations, see this is on click. It'll take half a second. Let's do after previous. So after the fade happens, have it happen in 1/4 of a second. And I'll just go to slide number 7. Again, click on the text box. After previous, I don't want to have to click to make this happen. Happen in 1/4 of a second. And then slide number 8. Click on the text box, there it is. After previous, take 1/4 of a second. So I'll go to slide number 5 now. Hold down the Shift key and press F5 to start from our basic chart. And now any element that I want to. So let's go to the last one first, right? I'm going to shake my mouse. So I have my arrow here. I'm going to hover on top of that bubble right there. It turns green and Acme Corp slides out from the side. Then I come over here, turns green, slides out from the side. Come over here, turns green, slides out from the slide. There it is. So that's how you can create a hover effect to have not only fades inside of charts, highlight different colors, but also have text boxes come in to dynamically tell you what you're hovering on top of.